Very unprofessional. But anyway, welcome back everyone to Fire Emblem. Stop fucking interrupting me. Fire Emblem Three Houses. Where we're going to pick up where we left it last time. We're all the way in chapter 16 now. I think there's only 18. I need to remember that. But we finished off chapter 15 last time. Tempest of Swords and Shields. Repulsed the church's attack on the monastery. So let's just jump back in. We're going to do all of the next chapter in a nice string. So it's going to be
Lady Rhea,
opening.
I am afraid I must report that we lost Seteth and Flane. We were able to make a clean sweep of those who came to attack us. The unit that invaded the monastery has been completely driven away. A bitter disappointment. I fear we can do nothing but retreat for now.
Seteth. Flane. First my mother, and now those two have been stolen away as well? Must you take everything from me?
Lady Rhea.
No amount of repentance will bring your wretched soul salvation. You will be chained to the Valley of Torment, eternally walk the desert until the skin rots from your bones. I will ensure that you pay for your sins, Professor! In the name of the Nabatans, I swear it!
She all mad.
Edelgard, Your Majesty, I am so sorry.
Silence. We must tend to your wounds.
It will do no good. I can't be saved. You must know that. Ladislava has also passed. The enemy has withdrawn. You are safe now.
Holy shit, we took casualties.
Another loss on my watch. As more blood wets my feet, they grow heavier with each step. Remorse, resentment, despair. I have dispensed with all such things to come this far.
And we must keep moving forward.
Hubert, tell me the status of the enemy.
The battle has ended in a draw with severe injuries on both sides. Some known commanders have been slain. The most worthy of mention among the dead was the second in command to Rhea herself, Seteth. Garrig Mach has not taken much damage, and so it would not be out of line to claim it as a victory for us.
Yes, we'll call that a victory. Although, I'm sure they will say the same.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Oh, what a terrible opponent that was! Why is the church always like this? How am I supposed to train for that? It was way too scary.
When I saw the enemy enter Garrig Mach, I prepared myself mentally for death. I thought it would be a fine time to die, but I suppose it wasn't quite the time after all.
Our luck was good to have grabbed victory. The church has great strength. We must not have grief, but must keep fighting. Can we be fighting now?
This was certainly a momentous victory. We lost a lot, but we also gained a lot. Certain lords in the kingdom have examined the situation again and decided to join our cause, changing their fealty based on just one battle. They are all a disgrace to the nobility.
Today, our enemy held many faces I knew well. If we must fight to the death with that kind of opponent, what will become of this world?
There's no stopping me. I'm ready to go strike the kingdom here and now. Everyone must see that we can easily unite Fodlan, don't you think?
Excellent job, everyone. The battle is over now. While we have sustained heavy losses, our foe has suffered far more.
Although not exactly as planned, a win is a win. It may be safe to say that there will be no more obstacles on our way to the next battle.
We will break through the Tailteen Plains and then set course for Ferdiad, the kingdom capital. The final chapter of our fight with the kingdom and the church is close at hand.
Just don't scare Bernie. Just don't.
Part 2. Crimson Flower. Lone Moon. Lady of Deceit. After a narrow victory over the Knights of Saros at Garreg Mach, the Black Eagle Strike Force hopes to secure a route to Ferdiad, the kingdom capital.
Jump, jump, jump.
The time has finally come to invade the kingdom capital. Or so I declared. In truth, we'll be advancing to a different location. Only you and the rest of the Black Eagle Strike Force can know. Please bear that in mind.
Of course.
Seems you've already anticipated our intentions, Professor. Well done. Before Ferdiad, we must take Aryan Road, which lies near the border between the Empire and the Kingdom. As a city on the boundary of the two territories, it must be taken at once.
There are many mages within Aryan Road. We will also face Cornelia, a general of the kingdom. We must also contend with Rodrigue, the head of House Fraldarius, as well as his troops. Once we defeat them, Aryan Road will be ours.
I hear Cornelia has a suspicious magic weapon at her disposal. We must attack before the enemy can respond with defensive measures. That is why we are preparing an assault before even our allies are aware. Even within our ranks, there is no way to know with certainty that there is not a rat among us who would leak such information.
When Aryan Road falls, we'll focus on striking Ferdiad from both the south and the east. The deeper we carve our way into kingdom and church territory, the more favorable our position. As ever, I'm counting on you, my teacher.
I will recite to him.
I may sound terrible, but you won't notice when everyone else sings too.
Professor, let me sing for you. Do you not like my voice? It would make a Pegasus dance with joy.
Thank you.
Fuck you, Yuritsa.
It's just... I was wondering why it seems as if no one values their own lives. Why do we fight until we die? Why do we kill without hesitation? I hate it. I don't like taking lives, or even the sight of blood. In the last battle, some of the soldiers under my command died for foolish reasons. Those soldiers could have pulled back. Instead, they kept fighting, and were overrun. Am I supposed to be satisfied with the victory alone, even at the cost of such life? Exactly. I don't see the point. Honor? That's a foolish reason to give your life. Glory? Even worse. Just the thought frightens me. I'm not suited for battle, Professor. I suppose that's the nature of the world, isn't it? Professor, you take the time to lead me and guide me like this every day. Could the reason be that you don't want me to die on the battlefield? That's a bold statement, Professor. But for whatever reason, I want to believe you. You really are a strange person, you know. Professor, I wish to ask something of you. I don't want to kill. I don't want blood on my hands. I just want to lie on my back and soak up the sun filtering down through the trees. And I want you to help me make a world where that's possible.
When we win, you can do that, my boy. Right, before we go into this, hold on. Emperor class. Interesting.
Anything to grow.
Interesting. Oh, I still haven't sorted my connection out, have I? Oh well, we'll worry about it later. So, I want to have a look at certifications before we go in, because I need to know who needs what. Reason and riding might work. The other, or sword and reason. So reason's definitely a good one for me to have. Edel's already got a unique class. Cubes. You're just gonna stay as Warlock, I think. Ferdinand needs reason or faith. Faith. Well, I think we'll go with Ferdinand. I should be writing this down. One moment. Come on, you slow as fuck shit. Casper, I think you just need heavy armor. Axe. You just need axe. Casper needs axe. Bernadetta needs horse. And riding. And lance. Reason. Yoni, are you not ready to move yet? Oh, you let me down last time. That's why you didn't change. Don't let me down this time. Thank you.
All that hard.
These guys are on the bench. Right, we'll cope. So we're gonna explore. Let's have a look at the map. Leone's nearby. So we're gonna do the prep Ash's room, even though we didn't recruit Ash.
Oh.
We haven't evicted him for some reason.
Okay. Hi.
Let's go exploring.
Professor!
Ah, Lysithea.
I've been informed of the surprise attack. That information could be devastating were the enemy to find out. It moves me to know I've been trusted with it. Edelgard and those within the army, they really do trust me. Initially, I had my own motives for joining the Black Eagle Strike Force. But now, all I want is to support Edelgard.
I'm gonna keep hold of stuff for the moment. Oh, fuck. That's upsetting.
Okay.
I think I could have put one more down.
What?
Randolph has fallen. He was a good person. It's a shame. When someone close to you dies, you really feel the horrors of war. Please watch out for yourself.
The Alois.
It's hard to feel cheery when you've just gone to battle against old friends. No, I will not let myself be gloomy. Fishing, huh? That may brighten my mood a bit now that you mention it. I'm sure it must be even harder for you to fight against your students. When times are tough, just remember, you can always rely on your pal Alois.
Cheers, bud. Ooh, that was hiding.
What?
We got one mission.
Here's my thought.
Right. Oh.
Hello.
Gonna do my maintenance before the next set of battles.
All right, off to the kingdom's capital we go. What's the matter? Should I not be excited? I can't help it. Everyone's got to have something to look forward to.
Welcome! Come back soon!
Hey,
You
welcome.
give me stuff.
You have a good eye. A pleasure. You have a good eye. A pleasure. You have a good eye. A 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 pleasure doing business.
Buy all the
A
things.
pleasure doing business. You have a good. A pleasure. You have a good eye. Come again.
Hello there. This one, yes? I thank you. 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 This one, yes? I thank you.
Have a look
Turn
at
soon, please.
support then. Who can we still? We need to really invest in Bernie soon. This is just for my notes.
Here's my thought.
Probably got one more round.
No.
Professor?
Did I really? Am I really only B rank with Bernie? How am I S rank with Dorothea but B with Bernie? This puzzles me greatly.
Okay. I'm thinking the old general who serves the Rowe family in Aryan Road is known for being a curmudgeon. Even if we invited him to join our side, he probably just wouldn't respond.
Fucking Eureka.
The knights, the demon within. The demon.
Get some sword points. That's always good.
See, my brother fought proudly to the end and died an honorable death. He said something to me before the battle. He was entrusting his dream to me. I'm gonna see this battle through to the end. I'm gonna fight for my brother.
Poor girl.
I never thought this day would come, that I'd fight my homeland. My betrothed was a knight who served the king. He died bravely to protect the future of our country. Now I'm betraying the place he fought to protect. I'm betraying him. But I must do this. Professor?
Get some horse points.
Right. What?
No one in the cemetery.
Professor?
Where? Oh, there's Dorothea there.
I heard that Randolph died in battle guarding Garreg Mach. We knew each other for, wow, more than 5 years. My chest feels tight. Think about it. There's no end in sight to the fighting. I might be next. Any of us could be. Together, eh? That sounds like one of Sylvain's old pickup lines. But, yes. Let's get through this war together.
Let's get the quest. You want supplies, isn't it?
Well done, Professor. Thank you. This was a trying month, but we did manage to hold Garreg Mach. If only just. The power of Sedith and Flame was certainly a sight to behold. The Archbishop's supporters were strong, but with this victory, we have all but cornered the Church of Seros and its knights. The goddess above shall give way to the darkness that has long dwelled below. I have a request for you.
I'm getting the hang of it.
I think we've got loads of time, so let's watch some supports.
And that concludes my report.
Hubert, I can't shake the feeling that you're keeping more secrets from me.
I have told you before, there are secrets even I am unwilling to share.
I remember. However, I am the Emperor now. If the Minister of the Imperial Household does not obey his orders, I have the right to execute him.
I fear you have misunderstood me, Your Majesty. It is true that I am officially your minister, but such titles are of little significance to me. I serve you purely out of personal devotion. Perhaps there was a time when I served the Imperial line due to my duty as a member of House Vestra. But since you returned from the kingdom, my loyalty has been to you alone.
I see. Then you are unwilling to obey my orders as Emperor?
Correct. If you prefer to treat this formally, then charge me with a crime. I will gladly offer up my neck to the executioner.
You know I would never do such a thing, and that I pay no heed to the title you bear. It is your own presence and capabilities that I value so highly, Hubert. Titles are meaningless next to such things. Our families have no bearing on this matter, nor does the Empire itself.
In that case, Lady Edelgard, I ask you to turn a blind eye to my secrets. They are trifles, beneath your notice. Best I handle them alone. You should focus on the path ahead of you. The Scarlet Path I have carefully prepared. Whether that path is red with blood is not something you need trouble yourself over.
As Emperor, I'm obliged to accept that answer. However, as your friend, it irritates me to no end. You speak often of painting the path I walk. Yet you do so in secret. I am the one you serve, but you refuse to let me in. I trust you, Hubert, and that is precisely why I want to know everything. Your secret hopes and burdens, all of it. If I'm truly the center of your world, then I wish you would trust me as well as I trust you.
Very well. You have me beaten. I will tell you as much as I am able. From the assassins I've eliminated, to the gold I've spent on bribes, to the identity of the one I love.
Wait a moment. Are you saying you have romantic feelings for someone?
Yes. That is the one secret I had particularly hoped to keep from you.
Well, that's utter nonsense. You can't possibly keep something so fascinating from me. Who is it?
It is you, Lady Edelgard. Did you ever really doubt?
Hubert, you never cease
Oh,
to
she's
surprise
blushing.
me.
Do some Dorothea as well.
You're following me. Stop.
I am leaving you alone, just as you asked. I may be walking the same way as you, but
What do you want?
you've made it abundantly clear I'm not to want anything from you, including politeness.
I heard a rumor that you're planning to settle down with a noble. I abandoned my family, so you'll have to look elsewhere. Not much to gain from marrying me.
I just find you interesting is all. Is that so odd?
Interesting? I'm not interesting. What do you mean?
I've never met a noble so unsociable. Yes, that's the word, unsociable. Other nobles are quick to be friends, even if it's just because they might gain something from it.
The Empire's nobility, maybe. The Kingdom's nobility is a whole different animal.
If they are, so what? You should care how others think of you.
Why? I don't answer to them. All that matters is improving my skill. I'll prove my worth on the battlefield. Those people care so much about appearances they can't even see each other. It makes me sick.
Oh, I agree. What's important isn't how someone looks, it's their true nature. I don't pretend to know your true nature. I don't even have a very good understanding of my own. But I suppose you see mine just fine, don't you? Just a silly girl with no thoughts in her head except for marrying a noble. Yes? Goodbye, Felix.
Well, that looks like it might be an interesting development.
A little more crimson, maybe?
May I suggest vermilion instead?
Really? I know, I see it. You don't have to say it. I've got no talent at all.
I said nothing about your talent. I simply suggested vermilion over crimson. Do you know vermilion? It's just a softer shade of crimson. I believe it would... Oh, forget it. This is your artistic vision and I am but a meddler. I am going to read my book and leave you to your art.
No, it's fine. Say what you want to say. It's good advice. I'll use vermilion. Thank you.
Ah, that was a nice little one.
Well, I'd best be heading back.
Phew! Finally done. I think.
All finished?
Please, don't look at it!
Everything looks a bit faded, doesn't it? Ironically, crimson may have been a better choice after all. The sense of distance on the petals is a little strange. Perhaps you should pay closer attention to such details as you paint. A preliminary sketch would do wonders. Still, forget my pedantic comments. You really do have potential. Bernadetta?
Idiot! Hopeless! Waste
Perhaps I should have kept my thoughts to myself.
Linda, don't be upsetting Bernadetta. I won't be having that. Couple more, maybe. Really? Set Leonie up with Ignite? Last one and then we'll crack on.
I've been wondering something. Would you be happier if you were the heir to House Burgleys?
Of course. My brother probably wouldn't be too happy about it, though. I've got nothing against him, and I'd hate to cause him trouble, so I guess it wouldn't make me very happy at all.
You may not want to hear this, but your brother is not a good man. He's lazy and greedy, and has always relied on the knowledge that he would inherit a title. That's my impression of him, anyway.
You don't hold anything back, do you? But to be honest, you're not too far off. He's got good reason for it, though. Our grandfather was really obsessed with his second wife. She has a son who she really wanted to become the heir. In the end, though, my grandfather had to step down sooner than expected, so everything went to my father instead. My brother is still really worried about having his future taken from him.
That's the price of taking your own desires into account when choosing an heir. The concept of nobility is decaying, and it's dragging the Empire into the ground with it.
Wow, this conversation is really going there. You may be right, but it's not like the world is ever going to change, right?
It must. I intend to create a world where the best are free to rise to the top and succeed, regardless of their bloodline. The nobility as it is now could not exist in a world like that. I'll make sure of it.
What do you think would happen to me in that kind of world? Would you appoint me as a general or minister of military affairs?
If you were the best suited for that position, I would.
Right, so my life would pretty much stay the same. I'd still have to train, get stronger, and use my abilities to cut my own path. Either way, I'll fight for what I believe in. That means I'll fight for you.
Is that so?
At the base, the front lines, or wherever we might be fighting, I'll be there with all my might.
We've got a few things I need to attend to, so... What's Edel doing on her own?
Professor, halt! Don't come in here. I thought I told you to forget about that. There's something I don't want you to see.
It's her byleth fleshy.
So, you know about it. Yes, it's a portrait of you. I painted it myself. It's, quite disgraceful. I did a terrible job with it, and it looks nothing like you. I'm happy that you appreciate my efforts, but please don't touch that door.
If we're gonna butter up... Where's Bernie, just out of curiosity? Cardinal's room. We'll butter up Bernie first, because she's the most important one to the playthrough, along with Edelgard, in terms of our endgame choice of waifu.
Well, that was certainly frightening. You're very perceptive, Professor. Having to fight against the Church of Saros was unnerving. To push back against something I've hinged so much of my life upon, I was terrified. But now we must fight Lady Rhea, and I won't back down.
Bernie, I've got gifts.
I've got a dream, you know. Not that I think it'll actually come true, but it's nice to hope. I'd like to get out of Fodlan and travel across the sea. Maybe to Dagda. Maybe even past that. I want to see all the wild jungles out there. The huge flowers and... ooh, the carnivorous plants! I know it's not realistic, and I know it's probably impossible, but that's what I'd like.
Tea? Not able to make it? What got you so busy?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, thank you so much. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm going to keep hold of the things that I don't think Bernie will like.
Thank you.
Did I not get any flowers? I see no reason we shouldn't butter up Hubert. So I am going to play a lot of the other routes by myself.
This was a power back with it.
But this is the only route we can really butter up Hubert.
Studying my preferences. Clever. I'll take it.
Do you want tea, Hubert?
A power back with the goddess of... Thank you.
Yes, finally one of my students is going to drink with me. God damn it.
Did you summon me?
We're having tea. You haven't been summoned. Drink your goddamn tea.
Soothing.
I did pick a soothing one just for you, Hubes. Oh, for fuck. Take the compliment, man.
What? Yes. What?
We got a nice tea
Thank
time
you.
with Hubes. Better than nothing. "39 minutes.
Since I allied with you and the Emperor, my resolve has never wavered. I abandon my country. I am prepared to kill my father, and kill a man I once called my friend. Resolute as I am, my sword feels heavy.
Go on, Adel. Smash it, girl.
For the fate of Fodlan.
Get a silver axe plus out of this.
No!
Your death is not in vain. For the fate of Fodlan.
Why do I have a training axe and they've got iron? I'm gonna heal just because I can, and I might as well. Why are you on a wyvern? How's that fair?
I do not tolerate obstacles.
Well, this was never in doubt.
I do not tolerate obstacles.
I can't believe how long it's been since I left home. Since I was dragged out of the house, I mean. 5 whole years. It's weird to think about. At first, I remember I was desperate to go back, but now it's the opposite. I have friends here, and I have you. The monastery's become a second home to me. Back then, I never would have dreamed a day like this would come. It's all thanks to you.
We're all happy for you, Bernie.
If not for you, I never would have gotten used to leaving my room, let alone the monastery. Maybe the battlefields just dulled my senses. I'm much better with strangers and new places now, though. I don't panic nearly as much as before.
Let's bully her a bit.
What? Independent? As in, alone? That sounds like a tough assignment. Where did this come from all of a sudden? Hey, hold on. You're teasing me, aren't you? Please don't joke around like that anymore. It's torture for me. You're still not taking me seriously. I mean it. Promise me you won't do that again. Friends respect each other's feelings, don't they? Good. I'll hold you to that. You're absolutely not allowed to send me out anywhere on my own. Got it? You would need to come with me. If you're with me, I can go anywhere in the world.
Look at these answers.
No, that defeats the purpose. Why can't you get what I'm saying? I thought we were finally getting close. Guess I'm not good enough for that, though, am I? I'll let you have this one, but you better be ready for next time.
I love her character growth. Birdie's up. I need to find Ferdinand as well. Ferdinand is the priority because I want to get him on the path to Holy Night. Where are you, Ferdy? Entrance hall.
Hi.
Dimitri, the king of Fargus. He despises Edelgard and everything she stands for. I am of the opinion that a man seized by such strong feelings is not fit to be king. It is a sad situation, really. No, they cannot. Kingly judgment has to be wholly separate from the emotions of the individual. At any rate, I find it hard to imagine that Dimitri could defeat Edelgard.
Get some plus points. Have some tea leaves.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Nice and at full. Shamir and Petra.
Last month's fight with the Knights of Seros was a disaster. Are you asking if I'm okay with killing my former colleagues? Sometimes it's easier to get by without any personal attachment or religious beliefs.
A little bit towards Shamir. Gonna keep hold of the rest. Ah, Bernita's S. Let's find Petra, then have dinner.
Driving back the Knights of Seros is a big deal for the Imperial Army. Defeating the Alliance was hugely exciting, but this victory will probably just add to your reputation. Now, if you could only sway the loyalties of the Kingdom's lords. Is it even possible?
Petra? I know you're in here. Ah, there you are.
I have excitement in my heart for secret tactics. I enjoy attacks that are surprising. Yes, hunting is doing surprise attacks on prey. Surprise attacks are safe with friends. Fewer injuries. That is a wonderful thing. I have no liking for the thought of losing anyone.
Got 2 points left. Not able to make it. Oh, I need to sort these out. We'll do that next time. I'll have a sift through. I'm going to give you this hunting dagger.
This is giving me great joy.
Yes. And I'm going to give you this.
You have my
And the smoked meat.
This is giving me...
She likes the smoked meat. And we're going to have dinner to finish. In fact, I need to.
Sometimes...
So yeah, we'll do two dinners.
Cooking? I can handle that. What's the next step? It's easy if I have orders to follow. Sure.
Get more plus with Shamir. And we're going to have dinner as well. To finish up. Who would pair well together? I want people with low motivations. In fact, I want to see if Dorothea and Felix have a unique one, but they're both at full, aren't they? Where's Felix? Oh, he's not going to enjoy the meal anyway. It's not useful. Caspar and Adel.
Ah, I can eat so much of this stuff. My stomach's growling just thinking about it.
Oh, I love this.
Ah, not a unique interaction, but we get full motivation, which is something, I guess. And before finishing, we'll watch one more support. Who's interesting? Of course, I want to watch some Sylvain antics.
Well, hello there, gorgeous. You're looking lovely today. Join me on a stroll around town? Aw, is a sweet girl like you doing all this hard work by yourself? That's no good. Allow me to help.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Leonie. Sorry, but I'm kind of in a hurry right now.
Hey! Get back here!
Whoa, no need to yell. Do you need something?
You chat up all the girls like that, don't you?
What a terrible thing to say. I see a girl, I figure it would be rude just to pass her by without at least a wink or a nice word. But you knew that, so I'm going to get going now. See you, Leonie.
Wait, now hold on. How come it's not rude for you to just pass me by?
Me? Pass who now?
Look at me. I'm a girl, you know.
Oh, I see. A girl. You're a girl. Huh. Sorry. I know it's true in theory, but it looks like my brain just didn't want to accept it. But you're correct. You are a beautiful girl in your own right. Yes, that is a statement with which I agree. I am ever so terribly sorry for being so rude, my lady. How can I ever make this up to you?
Hang on, back up. Don't get the wrong idea.
Seriously, I feel just dreadful about how I acted. This is the first time I've done anything like this. It's shocking that I'm capable of such low behavior. Even if you are a somewhat crude, I mean, spirited girl, that doesn't excuse my...
What did you just call me?
Right, of course. I'm sorry. I can't believe I was so thoughtless.
Hey! Acting pitiful won't get you anywhere. I won't just forget about this, you know.
Sylvain always delivers. Right, that's where we're leaving this episode. We are going to pick it up either later today. I might have a small break and do a second one, and we'll do some paralogs. Or we'll do double paralogs tomorrow, whichever is easiest. So, that's the end of this part. I've had a bit of nice fun. It's nice to unwind in the monastery. But we got paralogs next, so I'll see you then.